Non-disclosure is a really important aspect of insurance. Insurance contracts are based on utmost good faith. In other words, they're relying on honesty of a person at the outset in assessing the risk that the insurance company need to take on. So they need to be given information, and at the time of a loss or a claim, where the insurance company now has to see that whether the insurance peril is now going to cover that claim or not. So with disclosure, and again, can be one of those people that, have you had any losses? If I can just go back a step here. With the advent of online apps, etc., which are so efficient and so handy to have, and certainly the younger generation use them far more, and there's a lot of merit in it, and there's a lot of, I believe it will develop into something more prominent as time goes by. You cannot necessarily get the disclosure in that app. But what does happen at the claim stage is then the small print comes in and there will not be cover for such and such because it's been excluded. So this is in the old way of doing things. There was a proposal form, and a lot of insurance companies still use the proposal form. For the bigger commercial risks, they actually send out surveyors that actually get out there and will assess that commercial property, the electrical points, whether there's a retaining wall, what sort of roof it is, what sort of walls, it's, the materials and the construction of the building. So with disclosure, that aspect of it is taken on by the insurance company, mostly because it's a large sum insured. But for our homes, for example, we need to disclose, and if we don't, it could go against us at claim stage, which is when it costs or counts financially, that we've got a thatched gazebo right next to our home. And a lot of us do have them for browse on a Saturday, Sunday, and that thatched gazebo has a far higher risk to fire than a normal standard roof of tiles and under brick and mortar. So it's disclosing these sort of things. Have you had any accidents in your car, or have you had any losses or accidents in your car in the last 3 years? Well, my mind says I haven't claimed for anything, so no, I haven't. It didn't ask that question. It asked, have you had any claims, or have you had any speeding fines, and so it's asking to disclose material facts that the insurance company would use to assess their risk, and to then charge their premium and whatever excess they're going to apply. So at the end of the day, we need to disclose. We have had an incident recently where the gentleman insured his vehicle on the 13th of the month and then put in a claim a week later. But unfortunately, on his claim form, he put the 4th of September is when it happened, and he's rather incensed because there is no insurance back to the 4th. So if he disclosed it, and on the proposal form, there was no disclosure of any accident. So 9 times out of 10, that non-disclosure, which will affect that risk, will result in a claim being repudiated.